What's up, everybody? Welcome to Iron Sight Gaming. I'm Drew Bosley. Joining alongside me, of course, is Nathan Quinn. Nate, what's happening today?
Nothing to get to talk about. A new PS4 exclusive called Danger Zone. Danger
Zone is made by Three Fields Entertainment. They are from the crew. Part of them are from the crew of Criterion, the guys behind the Burnout series,
which was a great series back then.
Fantastic series. So they take the beloved mode of that Crash mode, and they've gone out and they've developed a game called Danger Zone that is based on that mode alone. Which sounds great in theory, but it's just so empty in the end. So basically, the whole game takes place in what seems like an underground parking lot. So, right?
The entire game takes place in an underground parking lot.
It's just so, man, it could have been so much more than what that was. Basically, you are a crash test dummy, and you go in and you hit intersections and just blow stuff up. So you blow up your cars, and what they've got, it's cool, but it's just, damn it could have been so much more. There are cash rewards, and they're like little icons. If you hit them, and you hit them in order, you get bronze, silver, and then when you collect those in order, then the gold one will appear, and then it gives you more points. So basically, it's to create as much havoc, collect those, but they're all placed in strategic spots. So beside the icon, sometimes will be an explosive icon. So it allows you to then blow your car up, and then you got that after effect of you can then push your car. You can guide it once it blows up.
Oh, yeah.
But then you can guide it to the next explosion icon. And then from there to the next one.
Okay, yeah.
So it's basically a score chasing game. So there's leaderboards. So that's, in a nutshell, that is it. Right? I know!
It?
That is it!
Oh.
No open world, which isn't necessary, but I'm not even outside.
Yeah, man. I felt like with that idea, since it's such an old idea now, probably like how many years has Burnout been made? Like 10 years, right?
PS2?
Like, yeah, like that's old. So we're going back to that. Like they didn't really add much to it, and in fact they even put less because at least back then it was in an actual freeway.
Yeah.
None of this simulated stuff.
Well, that's all it is. It's a simulated course. So the course will play out in front of you when the level starts up, and then it just kind of. I'm so disappointed.
I feel like there was so much potential with a game like this because no one's doing it or has done it.
No one. The last game, there was one called Flat Out. Have you ever played Flat Out?
Oh, maybe. I can't remember. Was it bad?
It was just comical. You send this guy through the windshield to shoot out, and you hit targets, and it just create chaos, right? But it was kind of built off of the Burnout series, right? That's where they're fans of Burnout. Burnout is a fantastic series. Mm-hmm. So when you go in and say, yeah, you're going to get the crash mode from Burnout, cool. What else you got? Nothing. You get crash mode and score chasing. So the course builds out in front of you, and it gives you a guideline, like a little kind of top-down overview, and it flies through the level. And then that's how you can play it that way, or you kind of figure out your own strategy of how to get to the top level. I did one course, I placed in the top 100, which I thought was fantastic.
That's cool.
It was very cool. I'm like, man, I'm close. And then you see their score, and you're like, wow, what did they do to get to that score? So it is fun. The explosions are...
Does it look good, graphically?
It looks okay.
Yeah, nothing spectacular.
The best part is that explosion when you hit your circle button on the PS4 controller and it goes boom. It's pretty.
That's it.
But that's I was just, man, I wanted so much more than
like. I feel like with a game like this, kind of like we were discussing earlier, there's so much potential. They could have had it where you create your own scenarios, make it so it's not just in an underground simulated whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna do that, make it so it then actually forms into a real world. Like you're actually feel like you're in the super simulated place instead of just a dark.
It is a dark and gloomy underground parking lot. I was like, really?
That's too bad.
Why would you do that to your game? It's just so... They used to tease that the Killzone series was just muted browns. That's how I felt playing this. Muted browns until I hit the explosion. And then it was beautiful, and then back to muted browns. And you got like the underground parking lights. I'm like, man, just put me outside,
That's
right?
too bad.
Brighten up the area, and it just would have changed the comfort feeling of the game itself.
Any multiplayer? Or is it just
Scored.
leaderboards?
Leaderboards, skill, yeah.
How's their controls?
The controls felt okay, but again, you're just...
Did you say it was overview? It's like
No, you're like third person. You can change your views. You can go into the cockpit more or less.
Oh, okay.
Or you can back. I always play
That's kind of cool. Cockpit doesn't kind of fun.
third. Yeah, it would be. Yeah. I always play outside of the car though, so I can see it and control it more,
of
right?
course.
Especially for something like this.
Yeah.
So, but you just head right down the road. You can turn a little bit, and then there's a couple that have some bends, but it's nothing like you're not racing.
Yeah. That's...
You're just aiming for the intersection to blow stuff up. And the thing is, so if you play Trials, right, that dirt bike game,
Yeah.
one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game, but it has a quick reset like that. You hit the button and you start the level
yeah.
all over again. So if your score sucks in this game, you want to hit a button and go back, you can't. You have to pause the game, go in, hit retry, and then it has to load you back in, and then it counts down 3, 2, 1, and then away you go.
That's brutal.
Like, this is a score chasing game. One button, boom, I want to start all over again.
Yeah, that's brutal.
If they would have had that, that would have been a little nicer to have. Because it is all about leaderboards, and you want to climb to the top. Compete against your friends, online, throughout the global leaderboards. But every time there's a bunch of times I'm like, oh, that score sucked, or I wasn't able to push over far enough to get to that next bomb icon. I got to start all over. It's just,
Yeah, not that great. Eh?
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so if I'm going to wrap up this uneventful explosion, Danger Zone is getting a 5.5 from me. It could have been, the potential is there, should have been way more, but when you put it in an underground parking lot with muted browns and all you do is explode to climb the leaderboard, there's just...
That doesn't sound like a lot to make me want to come back.
No, the game is cheap,
Which is good.
but it's not enough to hold my interest to keep going day in and day out.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. You can always find me on Twitter at 4NextLevelGamers.
Or me, Doom Guy Parker 50.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, see you later.